How I increased my net worth by over $400,000 in about 5 years, part 15. Let's talk about how I invest. It took me a while to shift out of the debt-free mindset into the wealth building mindset, and that required me to get over my fear of investing and just start doing. I started by just increasing my contributions to my boring old 401k, and while I was doing that, I started educating myself on how to invest. And everything that I read about successful investors pointed to these two things. Number one, to not try and time the market, which means you're not trying to check out the hottest stock to buy, which is what I thought investing was. Instead, you need to get lazy with it and buy what's called index fund. Index funds sound so complicated, but they're really not. An index is just a fancy term for a grouping of different investments. An index fund is designed to mirror a certain index. We hear a lot about the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is an index that contains 500 of the largest stocks in the US that are publicly traded. So an S&P 500 index fund is going to do exactly what the S&P 500 does. So you'll see a lot of companies that you recognize: Amazon, McDonald's, Tesla, you've got Apple up there, and Microsoft, Visa. So when you buy an S&P 500 index fund, look, these are the companies inside of it. This is FXAIX, which is Fidelity's S&P 500 index fund, and you're going to see the same companies that you just saw that are inside of the S&P 500 index. Because the entire purpose of an S&P 500 index fund is to do what the indexes do. Almost 100% of my portfolio is inside of index funds. A lot of it is inside of the S&P 500, but I also have other index funds like small cap, mid cap, different international ones, etc. Let's talk about the second thing that I do that makes my investing super easy in the next video.